everyone, it's Liane here. So I wanted to just make a video on a package that I received recently that was absolutely awesome. The ladies at Soulful Vibes sent me this amazing package of goodies. They can be found here. They're amazing women doing amazing things, and I am so glad that I can do this right now because I am excited to work with other women that are trying to change and shift the world one way at a time. I mean, I feel like this world is going to be changed by balancing us back in the feminine. And I am so lucky, I am so grateful, I am so blessed to be able to work with women that I truly am inspired by, that I am flabbergasted, I guess is the word that I want to use, by their ability to not only change the way they are for themselves, but put it out there and educate other people to do it for themselves as well. So not keeping it to themselves. I've been having a lot of heavy energy recently, and I've been really trying to find ways to ground myself and keep myself in complete, I guess, just kind of hibernate at the moment, to kind of re-energize from all the craziness that's been going on in the media, everything that's been going on after returning from California, and how thin the veils were, and it really took a toll on my body. And so this package came at such a beautiful time for me. They gave me an insane amount of crystals, and they're all full size, and I've been wanting crystals, but I told myself that I was no longer going to go to the store and buy them, because I don't want it to be something where I'm part of the problem. I'm contributing to the fact that we're mining this earth and we're depleting her of all of her natural resources. So the fact that I was gifted these feels really good, especially with the fact that once I started reading what each property was for each stone. I mean, I know what rose quartz is really good for love, and lately I've been having a lot of pent-up heavy energy around my heart that I haven't been able to open up my heart chakra. So this stone was absolutely necessary at the moment. Although I have one, any more ways that I can get more love in my heart and opening up my heart, especially when I'm in this world that we're going through right now, this shift that we're going through right now, this is a lifesaver. I was also gifted an amethyst. Amethyst is my favorite. It is my favorite color, my favorite stone to work with, especially because it helps to open up your third eye, and it helps to balance out your intuition, and that's one thing. Working on this for a really long time, and so the fact that I got an amethyst is also amazing. They also put in a rose quartz, clear quartz, and if you know about the clear quartz, it amplifies anything that your intentions that you're setting out there. So this is such a great stone to have. But the ones that really caught my attention was the amazonite, which I've never seen before, and picture jasper, which I've never actually even heard of before having received this. And how big is this piece of work right here? So you can see the details that are in this stone right here. And the reason why this stone really touched me is that it is a stone for grounding. If you can look at it, it has a lot of earth tones, so it's helping with the root chakra, which is something that I've been working on for the last 2 years now. And lately I've been feeling like I've been letting go finally a lot of the trauma that I have with my root chakra. So this stone really is going to help with that meditation, as well as I read that it helps with allowing your creativity to come forth. And it also helps with writer's block, which is something that I've been struggling with forever. So this is definitely a stone that I will be calling on when I need to write, when I need to have some type of creativity to create content for all of you. It's funny because I had just gotten the Artist's Way, and I've been doing their 12-week curriculum for artists that are trying to create content and have a steady creative flow. So I am so ecstatic about this stone. Another thing that I really loved about the stone that I found really interesting is when I started looking it up, it stated that a picture stone basically has a picture for you within the stone, and whatever that picture is a message from your past. And if you look at the stone, or for myself at least, if you look at the stone here, it looks like two pyramids. I find that super interesting because I have always had a love for Egypt. I've always had a gravitational pull towards Egypt. I've never been, and I cannot wait for the day for me to be able to get there and really explore it the way that I feel like it's meant to be explored. But I feel like in my past life, I either had something that happened to me there, there's something for me to learn about myself there, that this picture just basically let me know and kind of like seal the deal, like put a stamp on it, like everything that you've been feeling about this is true. And I first started feeling this when I was younger, but recently it came up again for me when I was at the Metropolitan Museum with Luna, when we were still living in New York. And we went, and I kept getting stuck in the Egyptian part of the museum, and in a specific area as well. It was the Byzantine Empire, and I didn't understand it at the moment, but I got lost 3 different times from 3 different directions, coming back to the same exact point. And I was just like, you know what, maybe there's something here that I need to explore a little further. So I did what any little explorer would do, and I just started looking around. And when I started looking around, I got into this section, and I turn, I see this painting of a prince. When I look at this prince, I'm not kidding you, it looked exactly like me. Big eyes, Brillo hair, and I was just like, wow, like I was taken aback because it was just like, okay, is this like something, was that me? Like, is that the life that I used to live? Which kind of started making me wonder about like my karmic debts and things that I still haven't been able to figure out yet about my own life here, and why I've gone through whatever I've gone through here, if it was because of something that I did during that time period. And I feel like the stone really solidified that for me. I then recently started looking up my last name and trying to just find out more about my lineage and who I am as a person, because as a mixed raced person, I really never fit in anywhere, so I never really knew like what to uphold. I, in my heart, felt like a woman of color, but my skin told a different story. So for a really big portion of my life, I've been able to kind of like scapegoat the deliberate racism towards me, because I could pass very easily for Russian, or I can very much pass for something that's completely not what I am. And I've used that to my advantage completely, and I know that I have. And I know that I have had a lot of stuff that I still haven't come to terms with. And again, that kind of solidifies that for me in this stone, and I'm super excited to work with this stone and see what this stone, what story this stone has for me, and what I can find from, you know, doing a little more digging. They also gave me an Amazonite. I'm gonna call it like the fairy stone, because it looks like cotton candy almost. I wish I could like focus in on it a little bit better, but it's not really. But it has like this metallic gray chrome type thing going on with a little bit of clear quartz. It looks like it's attached on there almost, and this like really beautiful turquoise color. And it's awesome because I've been working on my throat chakra so that I am able to start vocalizing my truth, and I've been trying to do that for the past couple of months, and it just hasn't been working. I mean, granted, I have put out 1 or 2 videos, but not as much as I feel like I should be putting out. Not because I need to accomplish any specific quota, but I just feel like I have a lot to say, and I haven't been able to say it because I haven't had the balls or the ovaries, better said, to say it until now. And so this helps with clearing your throat chakra, and I'm going to definitely be using this. I also read that it helps with retaining dreams, and I've been getting a lot of downloads during dream time. So remembering my dreams is something that I really have been working on for the past couple of months. So I'm going to be putting this under my pillow. I actually did do that last night, and I had a little bit of dream recall, not as much as I had hoped, but I'm going to continue. I'm not going to give up on it, and I will give you guys an update on how that works for me. They gave me this deep relaxation spray that I actually use around my house already. My room was feeling a little heavy, since coming back from California. I feel like I've carried a lot of heaviness, so it's been really difficult to get out of bed. So I sprayed this in the room yesterday, and I actually woke up a lot more energized than I usually am. And what's cool is that they still have like little pieces of lavender petals in it, and they actually leave a crystal at the bottom, and it's crystal infused full moon water. And if you know me, you know how much I love the moon, and you know how much I've actually been doing collecting moon water. So if you're somebody that loves sprays and like air fresheners, I definitely recommend switching to this. It's all natural. You don't have to worry about the chemicals in the air, especially if you have children. This is awesome. Now, what really got me was that they knew exactly what I needed. I needed incense. I incense my house probably more than I should, because I use this in place of air fresheners. But what I love about this set is that it's a complete chakra set. So it starts with the root chakra, then it goes up to the sacral, then it goes to the solar plexus, the heart, the throat, the third eye, and the crown chakra. So you're addressing every single chakra when you light one of these. At least for me, I started doing the root chakra because I am still working on my root chakra and feeling safe and being at home. And it's crazy because I've been having a lot of card pulls that have been trying to tell me that I need to address my root chakra, because I've had a very hard time feeling at home anywhere. And if you've been following me on Instagram, Healing with the Hippy, you know that I recently stated that we moved to Philadelphia, and for the first time in my entire 28 years of living, I finally feel home somewhere. I feel okay, I feel secure. So I've been doing those for the past 2 days, and I did a meditation with it today, and I did feel a lot of release. I had a lot of crying. I'm a big crier over here. But yeah, so thank you so much for putting in these incense. They're phenomenal. They smell heavenly. I wish I could just go like this and you guys could smell it through the camera. But that's that. I then also received blue sage and a palo santo. I have been using smudge sticks for a really long time, since I started doing I started changing my way of being and having this whole holistic lifestyle. I've used it to cleanse my space, and the way that I do it is I sage the apartment with blue sage first. I get all 4 corners and the closets. My girlfriend actually told me that, and I've been since then have been using that, and it's changed drastically the energy that's in my apartment, or in the space, period. I do this when I hold workshops. Anytime I'm trying to hold space for someone, I make sure that I sage the spot. But what I like about this is that it's not white sage. What I loved about the fact that it's blue sage is a lot of us think that we only have to use white sage. It is something that's been used for ever, but there is other ways you can use sage. You can use different types of herbs. You can use thyme. You can use cooking sage. You can use rosemary. You can use lavender. Even taking rose petal. Recently, when I came back from Moon Mountain, it's really dawned on me that it's something that I've overused myself, and not being of native descent, I feel like I've been in some ways appropriating something that is sacred and something that is held respectfully. And I love that I was given a Palo Santo also, because having done research, I've, from my own intuition, as well as what I've learned from other people and what I've seen or what I've read or what I've researched, I like to seal my cleanses with Palo Santo. I feel like it's a stronger, more dense energy when I light a Palo Santo, so I feel like it kind of cleanses and closes the container. So I love that they gave me both, because I use them both and I can't wait to start using it in my space. They also added into the package these amazing garnet bracelets that are gorgeous. One has a crown on it, and if you know, my sun sign is a Leo, so we are the kings or the queens of the jungle. So that's cute that was that. And I've actually been noticing a lot of butterflies lately. They've been following me everywhere I go. When I was at Emakume for the August workshop that I attended, there was a blue butterfly monarch that would follow me everywhere that I would go. I also saw a Luna moth, which is a very rare moth to see, especially since it was chilling in the lodge where there was a bunch of bats. And bats, if you know, eat moths, and it survived. It was just there the entire time, and I saw it a couple of different times in a couple of different areas of the lodge. So I know that there was a little message there, and if you know anything about butterflies, you know that they're about change, and you know the monarch especially, it travels south for the winter. So that's been something that's been following me, and so the fact that they gave me a butterfly is insane, because I just feel like your witchy powers, your bruja powers are impeccable. You are insanely intuitive. You know exactly what it is that I needed, and I am so grateful for you. I'm grateful for the work that you're doing, for the metaphysical shop that you have, that you're able to share with the world via web, the amount of information, the plethora of information, education that you give everyone. I am so glad to be able to work with you girls, and I cannot wait to see where you go and how this, you know, changes not only for yourself but for me, and what these pieces will do for my own growth. And I am very, very grateful for that. Thank you so much for sending me this package.